Hi everyone, and welcome to Lifesight's product launch event. Thank you for joining, and we really appreciate your time. I'm Tobin Thomas, CEO of Lifesight, and today I have an exciting announcement to share with all of you. But before we do that, I would like to share with you Lifesight's journey, where we started as a location platform way back in 2017. When we first came up with this idea of building an online to offline data analytics company, we never in a million years imagined the quick success we would have achieved in just 3 years. What started off as a 3-member team in Singapore is today a 60-member team with 5 offices globally. We began our humble journey serving the ad tech market as an independent footfall measurements partner for the APAC region, and our team's hard work helped us build our reputation as the most transparent and trusted data analytics company. Now, over 3 years later, we have served over 400 customers and reached over 1 billion consumer profiles in over 25 countries. We had the opportunity to work on award-winning campaigns with global brands. Then came 2020, and the pandemic changed the world as we know it. What we very quickly realized was that human beings adapt and change their behaviors rapidly, and our data showed us that. The data we so diligently collected and worked with daily was even more valuable than before. Brands had huge marketing plans and customer data strategies that had to be reworked, and we knew we had to step up to this and help them with the data. As the pandemic goes through its cycles and dynamic shifts in consumer behavior happens, brands will need to evolve a highly localized strategy to understand their customers. They need more data than ever to help them answer these unknown questions. Brands need to figure out how to leverage the customer data to win new and existing customers to their business. They need to deliver personalized customer experiences to their customers who are demanding it. Brands need to measure the customer interactions and optimize their marketing spend. And most importantly, all this in a secure and privacy compliant manner. With that, I'm very proud to announce the launch of our brand new product, a customer intelligence platform that helps brands solve all these pain points and take the customer data strategy to the next level in this new data economy. Lifesight's brand new platform utilizes our industry-leading consumer graph to enable deterministic identity resolution and data enrichment. This enables brands to securely build customer intelligence so that they can make better business decisions, improve customer experiences, and optimize marketing spend. My co-founder Rohit will be talking more about our platform next. Another thing that we have been working really hard and that we are really excited about is that our platform is now available in North American market. While we have built a reputation in the APAC region, our trusted partners and customers have motivated us to expand to the US, and so we're really looking forward to it. Finally, I want to take this opportunity to thank our customers and partners who have always trusted us and helped us grow over these years. Thank you. I would now like to hand this session over to Rohit, our co-founder and Chief Product Officer, to talk more about the platform.
Thank you, Tobin. Hi, everyone. I'm Rohit, co-founder and Chief Product Officer here at Lifesight. I would like to thank everyone for taking the time today to join us from all around the world. We very much appreciate your time, and we hope you enjoy the session. As shared by Tobin, it's been a very interesting journey so far with full of ups and downs. It's certainly been a very rewarding experience building this company. I'm very proud to say that we have an amazing team who works tirelessly to achieve huge things here with such a small team that typically only a large company could do. I'm also very proud today to also announce the launch of our brand new customer intelligence platform. From the inception of Lifesight, we knew we were building a customer intelligence company. As our brand name suggests, our vision has always been to help brands use data to truly get a holistic view of their customers and their behaviors. When we first started, we knew we had to find a niche, and therefore we pursued solving the O2O problem, which with our location intelligence solution, which has since grown to be the independent trusted brand name in footfall attribution that is used by hundreds of brands globally. Fast forward 3 years later, we are all still that and more. with our latest platform, packed with functionality. It's still that same vision we're trying to achieve with the latest release. Before I jump into our product, I want to talk about why we exist today. I believe everyone in the world has been impacted by this global pandemic, and not to mention a lot of other effects in terms of changes in the marketing ecosystem and so on. We all know that to survive, all of us have to adapt and evolve, and we have to be flexible and fast as well, and employ a data-driven approach to everything that we do. If anything, this crisis has taught us is the fact that it can be detrimental to avoid or ignore technology and data, and those who don't adopt these strategies will be left behind. Hence, it's our mission to continuously deliver on this promise that we would to be able to use data and insights for customer intelligence for brands out there. With that vision in mind, we set out to create a new offering for Lifesight that helps brands and enterprises solve their pain points in the new normal. This rapid change in consumer behavior has caused a lot of chaos and confusion, and forced a lot of businesses and marketers to throw out what they know. Most businesses have been pretty quick to adapt, and even going through complete digital transformation. And so we positioned ourselves to add value to those who are taking this next step and who have all these questions to be answered. And if these questions are typically been centered around three core problems. One is typically around being able to identify what has changed so that they can understand the customer behavior better now. And the second one is around how to save more money due to budget limitations and budget constraints. Brands have been looking to find ways to optimize their spend. And finally, it's around the insights into their customer journey, right? Understanding the customer journey in order to be able to deliver better customer experiences. To answer these questions, we need customer intelligence. So what is customer intelligence really? It's all about understanding your customers better. It's essentially the transformation of customer data into actionable insights that can be used for multiple use cases, such as improving customer experience, optimizing media spend, and essentially making better business decisions. So why customer intelligence is needed? It is because the customer data that you have, no matter how much of it you collect, only tells a part of your customer's story. Your customer has a whole life and behaviors beyond the transactions with your brand or beyond the interactions with your brand, and the rest of the parts can only be filled by using external data sets. Another big part of trying to map their journey is also being able to leverage this external data to find other similar customers like them. While it's impossible to fill in these gaps and answer all the questions and build the most holistic customer view, we can try to get as close as possible to that. So how do we build customer intelligence here at Lifesight? We first bring together all the data sets that we have. And to do this, we built what we call a modern customer graph. It is a graph database that is powered by hundreds of privacy compliant second and third party data sources. This database also then securely stores billions of profiles and data points that keeps evolving based on data that is collected from hundreds of data sources. This graph of ours is now known as the Life ID and is powered by a core component, which is a massive identity layer that is able to identify consumers from multiple dimensions. Life ID data goes through countless validation and cleaning processes, so only the highest quality data makes it in. Businesses that have deployed a customer data and marketing strategy have typically or have even typically invested in a CDP or DMP can relate to this value chain. It all starts by onboarding first party customer data and then being able to identify and resolve those identities so that disparate data sets can be unified and then users can be found across a variety of channels and platforms. Then comes the most important part of the value chain, which is data enrichment. By enriching customer data with external data sets, the user is not only filling in the data gaps with their own customer profile, but also being able to improve the chances of finding similar audiences for acquisition strategies. With enriched profiles in hand, users can activate this data, whether it may be for advertising or marketing automation or business analytics use cases. Finally, with another very important point is the measurements and insights that is gained into all the omni-channel activity across the journey, and then feeding that data and insights back into the value chain. So with that, I would like to introduce you to the all-new Lifesight. It is essentially the same platform that you may be familiar with, but it's packed with new data and functionality. We have created an all-in-one solution that helps you achieve 3 core use cases, which is around targeting, measurements, and insights. So how does this all work? It starts with the onboarding process. We are able to collect customer data either by implementing an SDK at various digital touchpoints. We can connect to a data warehouse or to a platform via connectors or APIs. And finally, we can support any manual processes that you may require. The data is then fed into our data vault, which is a private instance that is used to securely match your customer data to our universe of IDs using the Lifesight ID graph. We are then able to enrich your data with the relevant data sets for your use cases and then enable customer segmentation of this enriched data. Finally, it's all about actioning. We can distribute this data for ad targeting via social channels like Facebook and TikTok, programmatic channels like Trade Desk. We can also enable activation of this data on marketing automation platforms to trigger personalized messaging. And finally, we can send this data to your data warehouse of choice or any analytics or BI tools for use by the data teams. So who benefits from customer intelligence? While the primary use cases are all around marketing, there are countless other use cases across product, data, analytics teams, and all of this can be powered by the same customer intelligence strategy that you employ for the whole organization. So with that quick introduction of our product, let's run through a few case studies so you can see how our platform is used in a variety of use cases for all kinds of users. First of all, this is one that we've helped our partners Hivestack execute a first of its kind campaign with Intel in Japan, which is where our B2B audience segments were used along with Hivestack's proximity engine to then deploy this digital out-of-home campaign. They then used our identity graph to map the device IDs to partner IDs that were then sent to Bombora to measure B2B search lift. The campaign was a success and it has paved the way for digital out-of-home and B2B to come together in a very unique proposition. In this case study, we helped a very large publisher solve a very big pain point. Over 95% of their users are anonymous, and we help them track these users across their web properties and enrich their users with attributes, whether it's demographics or behavioral or interest attributes, and then allowing them to do personalized content targeting and content and ad targeting in order to increase engagement. The publisher was very pleased with the results, which saw a significant increase in engagement with the test segments that they targeted. The next case study is for an app publisher. which is a large food delivery company, they wanted to experiment on using geo-behavioral audiences from Lifesight and use that data to improve conversions for new users that come on board their app. The publisher integrated our API and for enrichment and essentially then pushed their data back to their marketing automation tool to publish personalized content on the home screen. With that, they saw a very, very impressive lift in conversions for their first-time users on their app. We worked with a global loyalty platform provider to help their retail brand customers extend the reach of their existing customers beyond their email marketing efforts. They used our identity graph to extend their hashed emails to digital identifiers such as mobile advertiser IDs, trade desk IDs, and so on. We then pushed this data to the DSPs to execute media campaigns based on their segmentation strategies. And we managed to significantly increase the reach of their audience base, and it proved to be a successful strategy. Finally, we helped a large CPG brand launch a customer acquisition campaign during the pandemic to target very specific segments and localities and households. But we first onboarded their CRM data and their website data in order to build a seed audience for our lookalike model. After that, we generated and targeted our lookalike audience while measuring the engagement data that is then fed back into the lookalike model. The brand saw higher than average engagement rates across all these audiences, and we're very pleased with the results. In conclusion, I believe all of us are just barely scratching the surface when it comes to what's possible with customer data and customer intelligence. With more data, we'll be able to do more in the future. And I believe that those who act now and employ all these strategies will thrive in the next decade. With that, we'll be sending you a recording of this webcast, as well as we'll also be releasing our latest white paper on our website, so please check that out. We also would like to thank all of you again for joining us today, and we hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.